Ever felt frustrated by how quickly things change in the bedroom as you age? Like your body's betraying you overnight? You used to wake up feeling strong, full of life, ready for anything, and now? Some mornings, it's like your body just forgot how things used to work. You didn't sign up for this. You didn't ask for your confidence to take a hit, for that spark to dim, for moments of connection to suddenly feel uncertain. And the worst part? You're not sure who to talk to about it. Your doctor might just toss you a prescription. Your partner might not understand what's really going on inside you. And your younger self, the one who used to feel like a rock, he's standing in the mirror with questions in his eyes. But let me tell you something, friend, you are not alone. Not by a long shot. Because this isn't just about intimacy. It's about something deeper. It's about how you see yourself, how you show up in your relationships, how you carry your dignity into this next chapter of life. It's about that quiet strength, the kind you've built over a lifetime, still being yours to hold on to. And whether it's happening to you or someone you care about, this matters. This affects the way you love, the way you connect, the way you live. So here's the good news. Nature still has your back. By the end of this video, you're going to know about a simple, natural drink, one that's been quietly gaining attention for how fast it works. Backed by science, proven in real-world stories, and best of all, no beads, no side effects, just pure, powerful nutrition that helps restore rock-solid erections in minutes. Yes, minutes. So if you're ready to stop feeling frustrated, if you're ready to take back control without relying on a little blue pill, if you're ready to feel like you again, the version of you who doesn't make excuses, then you're in the right place. Type, "I'm here" in the comments if you're ready to take control of your health, naturally. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is elderly care, where your health, your power, and your dignity always come first. Let's begin. Let's talk about Harold. Harold is 74. He's a retired carpenter, the kind of man who built a life with his hands, raised a family, and spent his golden years tending his garden and playing checkers on the porch. But deep down, Harold had a quiet heartbreak he didn't talk about. His body wasn't responding the way it used to. The spark with his wife, still alive in his heart, was growing dim in his body. He tried things, sure, vitamins, supplements, even considered one of those little blue pills, but something about it didn't sit right with him. The side effects, the dependency, the feeling that maybe it wasn't really solving the problem, just covering it up. Then one day, at a routine checkup, his urologist leaned in and said something surprising. "Harold," he said, "before you go reaching for a prescription, I want you to try something. It's natural, it's fast, and believe it or not, it grows in the ground. That's something? Beet juice." Now Harold was skeptical. Beets? Really? He'd eaten them on salads before, never thought much of them. But he gave it a shot, and 3 days later, something changed. He woke up and felt that familiar fullness again. Blood was moving, confidence was returning, and when he looked into his wife's eyes that evening, he didn't just see love, he saw possibility. You see, here's the secret behind this humble little root vegetable. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates. When you drink beet juice, those nitrates convert into nitric oxide in your body. And nitric oxide? That's the magic molecule. It tells your blood vessels to relax, to open up, to let blood flow freely. And when blood flows freely, you already know what happens next. Here's the part most folks get wrong. They assume that performance issues in older age are just about testosterone dropping or desire fading away. But in reality, circulation is the silent key. If blood can't get where it needs to go, nothing else works. And that's what makes beet juice such a game changer. It goes straight to the root of the issue. Now, don't go grabbing a bottle of store-bought beet juice full of sugar and preservatives. That's not what Harold drank. Here's what you can do instead, simple and effective. Get yourself some fresh beets. Juice them or blend them. Start with just half a glass in the morning on an empty stomach. You can add a little lemon for taste. And here's a bonus tip. A pinch of black pepper can help your body absorb the nutrients even better. Give it 2 or 3 days. Watch what changes. Not just down there, but in your energy, your alertness, even your mood. Because when blood moves, life moves. But beet juice isn't the only fast-acting secret hiding in your kitchen. Let's talk about a fruit you've probably had 100 times, maybe even this week, without knowing the power it holds. Let me tell you about James. James is 69, a retired postman, always had a sense of humor and a grin that made folks feel comfortable. He never really saw himself as the kind of guy who'd struggle in the bedroom. But as he got older, even his confidence started to get quieter. He didn't talk about it much. Men like James usually don't, but it was there eating away at him moment by moment. Now, James never read scientific journals. He's not the type to browse health blogs. But one summer, when the heat rolled in and his appetite for heavy meals faded, he started eating chilled watermelon every afternoon. Just a bowl here, a few slices there. It was refreshing, hydrating, easy, and then something unexpected happened. He noticed his mornings were different. His body was responding. Not once, not twice, but consistently. At first, he thought it was a coincidence. But the more watermelon he had, the more things started working like they used to. Curious, he mentioned it at a checkup, and his doctor smiled and said, "James, you might be onto something." Turns out, watermelon is more than just summer fruit. Inside that juicy red flesh is a natural compound called citrulline. And citrulline has a special role. It helps your body produce more nitric oxide, just like beets do. That nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and supports strong, reliable erections. And here's the twist. The real power isn't even in the red part. It's in the white rind, the part most people throw away. That white layer just beneath the skin, it's packed with citrulline, far more than the sweet flesh you usually eat. And when blended properly, it turns into a smooth, mild base for a smoothie. Not bitter, not strange, just overlooked. So here's what James started doing, and what you can do too. Take a few slices of watermelon with a white rind attached. Blend it all up, maybe add a splash of lime or mint if you like. Drink it fresh. Don't boil it, don't sweeten it, don't mess with it. Let the fruit do what it was made to do. And here's the beautiful part. No side effects, no crash, no complications. Just hydration, blood flow, and a gentle return to the vitality you thought you'd lost. It's funny, isn't it? How the answers are often right in front of us. In nature, in everyday things we overlook. But if you thought watermelon was impressive, wait until you hear about this next drink. Because this one doesn't just support performance. It protects your heart, your hormones, and your legacy. Now, let me tell you about Thomas. Thomas is 77, a grandfather, a retired music teacher, the kind of man who could still bring a room to silence with nothing more than a piano and a story. A few years ago, he had a bit of scare. Nothing life-threatening, but enough to rattle him. A little tightness in the chest, a short walk that left him more winded than it should have. His doctor told him his heart needed attention, and soon. So, as part of his new routine, Thomas began drinking pomegranate juice. At first, just for his heart. That's what the cardiologist recommended. A glass every morning. Nothing fancy. But then something happened. Something his doctor hadn't even mentioned. A few weeks in, Thomas noticed something changing. Not in his blood pressure, not in his cholesterol charts, but in the mirror and in the bedroom. His energy returned. His drive. And yes, his erections. Fuller, stronger, more reliable than they'd been in years. It caught him by surprise. You see, pomegranate juice isn't just good for the heart. It's a powerhouse for performance. Let's talk about why. Pomegranate is rich in antioxidants. These compounds protect your blood vessels from damage, keeping them supple and open. That means better circulation, which you already know is essential for strong erections. But pomegranate does more than just open up the pipes. It also helps boost testosterone levels. Now, a lot of people think testosterone is something that just declines, like the sun setting at the end of a long day. But it's not that simple. Your lifestyle, your diet, your daily choices, they all play a massive role in how much testosterone your body produces and how well it uses it. And pomegranate? It supports hormone balance naturally. No synthetic chemicals, no hormone therapy. Just a glass of ruby red juice doing quiet, powerful work inside your body. But here's the catch, and this is important. It's got to be 100% pure pomegranate juice. No sugar added, no blends, no fancy labels hiding cheap feeds. Look for dark, rich juice, cloudy, not clear. You want it real. Drink it in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach. Let your body absorb it fully without distraction. Just one glass. That's it. You're not just doing it for performance. You're doing it for your heart, for your circulation, for the parts of you that people see and the parts that they don't. It's amazing, isn't it? How one small daily habit can help restore something as big as your confidence. And this next drink, you'd never guess it by looking at it, but it might just be the most potent natural combination yet, because it blends fire and sweetness and stirs something deep inside you. Let's talk about Henry. Henry's 81, but if you saw him from a distance, you'd swear he wasn't a day over 65. Sharp as a tack, always had a witty comeback ready, and still danced with his wife on the back porch every Saturday evening. But there was a time, not too long ago, when Henry felt like his edge was slipping. He wasn't in pain. He wasn't ill, but his energy had dipped. His drive, his rhythm, even the light in his eyes just felt a little dulled. He still wanted to show up fully, for his partner, for himself. But his body wasn't keeping pace. Then one day, he read about a simple morning habit, something ancient, something spicy, and something surprisingly powerful. So he tried it, a ginger and honey shot, every morning, before breakfast. Just a quick sip, no fanfare. And within a few weeks, he started feeling different. Not just better, different. His alertness sharpened, his energy climbed. And yes, that spark came back. That unmistakable feeling that his body wasn't working against him anymore. It was working with him. Here's why. Ginger is more than a cooking spice. It's a circulatory miracle. When it enters your system, it stimulates blood flow, especially to your extremities. That means your brain, your fingers, your toes, and everything in between. But ginger doesn't stop there. It also helps balance hormones, supports your adrenal system, and reduces inflammation, all of which play a role in performance and stamina. Then you've got honey, but not just any honey. Raw, unprocessed honey is a natural vasodilator, meaning it helps your blood vessels open up. That means more oxygen, more nutrients, more flow, right where you need it. Plus, it gives you a quick burst of clean energy without the crash of sugar or caffeine. Most people think ginger is only for stomach aches, or maybe something you use when you're sick. But they miss the bigger picture. Ginger's circulatory power is one of the most underrated natural tools we have. So here's what Henry did, and what you can do too. Grate a teaspoon of fresh ginger, about the size of your thumb. Mix it with a teaspoon of raw honey. Add a small squeeze of lemon juice if you like it sharp. Stir it into a shot glass, and knock it back in one go. Yes, it burns a little, but it wakes you up. It lights a fire. It's best taken on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning. No frills, no blender, no boiling. Just 3 ingredients and a willingness to try something simple and strong. Now, ginger and honey are powerful. They work steadily, like a warm current moving through your system, building strength day after day. But what if you don't want to wait days or weeks? What if you're looking for something that hits fast, something you can feel today? Well then, the next drink might be exactly what you're looking for. Because when you combine the right ingredients at the right time, the results can be almost immediate. Let me introduce you to George. George is 72, a quiet man, never liked to fuss. He spent most of his life working with his hands, mechanic by trade, thinker by nature. He's the kind of guy who won't say much, but when he does, you listen. And George was never one to believe in magic drinks or health fads. He didn't care for gimmicks. He liked results. So when he heard about beet juice and watermelon, he didn't rush to the store. He waited, listened, read, and then, one afternoon, quietly, without telling anyone, he decided to mix them together. Just to see, he juiced half a cup of beets, chopped up some cold watermelon, rind and all, threw it all in a blender, no sugar, no powders, no tricks, just real food. He drank it slowly, let settle, and 15 minutes later, he told me with a smirk, it was like someone turned the lights back on. His body responded, quickly, naturally, no beats, no pounding heart, no awkward side effects, just blood moving where it needed to move, and the confidence that came back faster than anything else. Now here's what's happening behind the scenes, scientifically. Beets, as you've learned, are full of nitrates. Those nitrates become nitric oxide in your body, which relaxes your blood vessels improves circulation, and allows blood to flow smoothly, especially in those crucial moments. Watermelon, on the other hand, gives you citrulline, which also boosts nitric oxide but works from a slightly different angle, helping sustain the flow, helping your body stay in that ready state longer. Put the two together, and you've got a natural, fast-acting, blood-boosting powerhouse. One ingredient opens the door, the other keeps it open. And here's the part nobody expects. It doesn't take weeks. That's the myth. That natural means slow. But not all natural remedies work on nature's slow clock. Some like this one are fast. Gentle, but fast. Because when you give your body the right support, it remembers what to do. So here's how you do it right, just like George. Take half a cup of fresh beet juice. Home juiced is best, but you can buy it too, as long as it's pure. Then blend it with 1 cup of fresh watermelon chunks, rind included, if possible. That's where the citrulline hides. Blend it cold, drink it cold, and here's the key. Drink it about 20 minutes before you need it. That's it. No big ritual. No waiting weeks to notice a difference. Just simple ingredients, working with your body, not against it. This isn't about shortcuts. It's about remembering what your body is still capable of given the chance. And now we've talked about drinks, nutrients, and blood flow. But behind every one of these choices is something deeper, something more human than biology or chemistry. Let's talk about that next. The part that goes beyond the body, the emotional journey, the part that really matters. It's hard, isn't it? When your body stops cooperating, when you look in the mirror and feel like some part of you has quietly slipped away, and no one around you really sees it, not the way you feel it. You still remember what it was like to feel alive in every sense of the word. That ease, that fire, that quiet confidence that lived in your skin. And now, on some days, it feels like your body is speaking a different language. When you didn't choose, when you didn't ask for, that's a heavy thing. And if no one's told you this yet, it's okay to feel that way. But I want you to hear me now, because this matters. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are not too late, or too old, or past your prime. You're evolving, and that means if you're willing to listen to your body, to treat it with care instead of frustration, you can reclaim more than you think. This is not the end, not even close. This is the beginning of something wiser, more intentional, more loving, not just toward others, but toward yourself. That's what natural self-care really is. It's not about fads, not about chasing youth. It's about respecting your body enough to nourish it, support it, and give it a second chance at thriving. So here's what I want you to do. If even one of these drinks spark your interest, just try it. Not because I said so, not because you need to prove anything to anyone, but because you deserve to feel strong again. You deserve to wake up with energy, to walk into the room with presence, to reach for your partner with confidence without second-guessing your body. Pick one: beet juice, watermelon, pomegranate, ginger and honey, or the combo smoothie that George swears by. Just start with one this week. Make it a new ritual. See what changes. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Because the truth is, you were never defined by what your body could or couldn't do. But when you feel good in your skin, when your health supports your spirit, everything else becomes easier. Connection, joy, vitality, that sense of purpose that only deep care can bring. You deserve all of that. Not someday, not if. Now, your health isn't behind you, it's in your hands. And you're stronger than you think. So let's take a moment and bring it all together. We talked about 5 powerful, natural drinks that aren't just good for you. They're effective, fast, real, each one offering something unique, each one rooted in nature, each one tested by time and real stories from real people. We started with beet juice, the deep red root that unlocks blood flow and gives your body a second wind. Then we looked at watermelon, that sweet, cooling fruit packed with citrulline, the compound that gently brings things back to life. We moved to pomegranate juice, the heart healer that quietly boosts testosterone and circulates energy back into your system. Then there was the ginger and honey shot, fiery, raw, and deeply energizing, especially first thing in the morning. And finally, we explored the combo smoothie, that simple blend of beet and watermelon that George swore by, and for good reason. These aren't just drinks, they're invitations to reconnect, to replenish, to remember the strength you still carry in your bones, in your blood, in your being. So I want to hear from you now. Which one are you most curious to try? Or maybe you've already discovered something natural that's helped you in ways nobody talks about. Share it below in the comments. This isn't just a video, it's a community. And someone out there could be waiting for the very tip you have to give. And if this resonated with you, even just a little, if it helped you feel seen or hopeful or ready to take a small step forward, then I'd love for you to stick around. Subscribe to Elderly Care, because this space is yours, full of natural advice, real stories, and reminders that age is not a limit. It's a legacy. So thank you for your time, for your trust, for choosing to show up for yourself today. Stay curious, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video, ready with more to help you thrive in every season of your life.